What is going on, guys? So, I haven't posted in a little while. Well, not a little while, it's only been like a day. But, it's spring break, if you don't know, for college, and a lot of my friends are back, so it's been a little bit kind of busier, but that should wind down within the next few days. But, I thought I'd put the Inzektor deck profile, because I saw another person comment on it saying, hey, let's see it, so since I don't really have any other ideas for a video today, I thought let's put up the Inzektor deck profile. And since somebody said play it, I wanted to make sure it was right before posting. I played it again, and there wasn't really anything I wanted to change. So, yeah, let's get on with it. It's a pretty standard lineup. It's Inzektor Centipede. Well, no, actually, it's not standard. Standard for me. 3 Inzektor Centipedes, Inzektor Earwig. I like Inzektor Earwig because he's a beater, basically. Or, well, he's not a beater himself, but you use him to equip 2 other Inzektors if Hornet gets banished or you don't have Hornet in the grave yet. And, yeah, it's just a good effect to equip and remove. I just like Earwig. Inzektor Hopper. I don't really like his effect. When this card's equipped to a monster, it becomes level 4, so that can help out, sort of. But I don't really rank up in this deck at all, like, barely ever. And I know other people like the rank up builds where you can get, like, okay, Inzektor, Exabeetle, and stuff like that. You know, try to make the higher level XYZs. But I don't do that. I know that was part of the Inzektor game, but I like the more beatdown part. It's more fun for me. But that's just kind of how I end up playing them. So that's why I like Hopper, because if you equip Earwig, it's a 2700 beater, and that can get over most everything in the game. And that's why you play a big trap lineup. So you could take out, I find 2 Hornets a little cloggy. I was going to take out another one, but I didn't really know what else to play. I'm playing pretty much all Darks. I wanted to maybe try to play some Effect Veilers, but yeah, I don't know. I like the 3 Mathematicians. I didn't want to take a Mathematician and like another Hopper to put 2 Veilers and then put a BLS. It was just too much because I like the Trap and Spell lineup. So this is what I stuck with. Inzektor Gigamantis. He's just good because you can equip him for a nice 2400 beater too. And then when this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can target one Inzektor monster in your graveyard except Inzektor Gigamantis and special summon that target. It can only be used once per turn. It's a nice little effect to have, and he can just be equipped from your hand, so it's not like he ever gets cloggy. So that's good. 1 Dragonfly, because I can only have 1 Dragonfly, and Hornet, because I can only have 1 Hornet. These are the 2 main cards of the game. I swear to God, if Hornet and Dragonfly both went to 2, so many more people would play this game. Yeah, there's decks that banish cards pretty easily, and I'm not saying it would be like top tier meta, but I'm saying like you would see a big influx of people picking up Inzektors if Hornet went to 2. Whatever price Hornet is now would go by would multiply by 3, I think. Because I think Hornet's like, don't quote me because I haven't looked up. I think it's like a $5 or $6 card. I feel like it would go to at least like a $12 to $15 card if Hornet went to 2. Same with Dragonfly. I don't think Dragonfly is that expensive though, because I think that was a rare. Don't quote me, don't remember. It's been a while. 3 Mathematicians. Everybody plays Armageddon Knight, which is a good card, but I like Mathematician because it's before like Armageddon Knight, you'd summon him, you know, get the effect to put Hornet in grave, and then somebody would attack over him and destroy him. You know, if you didn't have a trap. But now Mathematician, you draw 1 card, and I was playing 2 Mathematicians, but then it felt like I couldn't draw it enough, even with the 1 day apiece, the 1 Allure, and the 3 Pot Dualities, and the 1 Foolish Burial to get Hornet to grave. I feel like it still just wasn't enough to have 2 Mathematicians and a Foolish Burial. So now, 3 Mathematicians, I am completely happy with a Foolish Burial. There's 4 chances. I mean, like I said, you have a 1 day apiece, an Allure, 3 Pot Dualities to get him into the grave. So it's a pretty good chance you're going to get him in the grave. So yeah, 3 Mathematicians, and a Dark Arm Dragon, because like, once the game starts to get going, he's a late good boss monster, but it's really the only boss monster you have. Otherwise, you rely on beating down and Hornet's effect. If Hornet gets banished, you're kind of screwed unless you want to rely on Dark Arm, or at least go for a rank 4 play, which is possible. That's pretty much what happens all the time. So, there's not much boss monster in this deck. Like I said, I would like to try to not make a chaos, but have at least some lights where I could maybe play a BLS, have it be viable, but I haven't really figured that out yet. Well, not figured out, but fool around with it. So, after Dark Armed, I got 1 Foolish Burial, a Dark Hole, a Raigeki, a 1 day apiece, an Allure, and I know a lot of people say Allure is a bad card. I still like it. I don't know, personal preference. 3 Dualities, because you don't really special summon that much, except when you get Dragonfly. So, I don't know, I think 3 Dualities is just fine, and plus if you have Dragonfly in the field, then just use Duality for when you don't have him on the field. 2 Inzektor Swords at Caliber. It gains a 800 attack and defense for any monster it's equipped. That's an Inzektor. And then you can target 1 Inzektor monster in your graveyard and add that target to your hand when this card is sent to the graveyard. It's a pretty good effect. Some people would play 3. I don't know. Not for me. 2 Forbidden Lands. Now, if you wanted to, you could switch these out for MST and maybe one of these traps for 3 MST. I'm not still a big fan of playing MST. I don't know. Maybe I would win a lot more if I did, but I'm just not a big fan of MST. The only thing MST I feel like is really good for is just vanities, but I mean, vanities isn't necessarily always hard to get around, but it depends on the matchup, depends on the game, depends on the scenario. So I would, if it was a tournament, have MST side in, because there are decks that MST is still really good against, so it's like, maining it, I'm against. Is MST a bad card? Definitely not. So 2 Mirror Force, more destruction. I was opting to maybe take out 1/1 Mirror Force and put another Dark Hole, but I was like, I think a 1 Dark Hole, 1 Raigeki is a good feel. So 2 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, 1 Soul, 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Void, Trap Hole, 3 Fiendish, and then 2 Vanities. Playing 3 Vanities is actually getting cloggy, and you're like, huh, how can Vanities get cloggy? I don't know, I was just drawing into it, and then every time there wasn't really a time that I wanted to flip it, and then when I do flip it, they got over it pretty simply. So I just was like, 2's better, so I could save it for that right time. I was drawing into 3, and most of the time when I had it, I wanted it for defense, because like more than 1 trap for defense. Like here's an example: like I have a Void, Trap Hole, and Vanities for defense, and they'd MST Vanities right off the bat. So it's like, man, I kind of wish I just didn't even have. I don't know. It's weird to explain. Sometimes I wish I just didn't draw into it. So 2 Vanities is perfect. It's been working out just fine. Now, the extra deck is just kind of scrambled together. I wouldn't really necessarily call it a legit extra deck, but it's what I've been using, because I think this is an old Inzektor deck that I updated from a long time ago, so I didn't really update much on it. Now, it's been working out fine, though. I haven't really needed or missed anything. So, One-Up Zenman's, Leviair, Acid Golem, Black Ship of Corn, Cowboy, Dweller, Utopia, Diamond Direwolf, number 101, Maestroke, Photon, and Photon Strike Bouncer, Inzektor, Exabeetle, Gauntlet Launcher, and Guy the Fierce. I don't even think I can make that in this deck, but if the opportunity arises, there we go. So, well, I mean, I can make it, but it doesn't happen often. Anyways, obviously you see that I don't even have Exton Knight in here. That means I haven't updated the extra deck. I'll obviously put an Exton in there, but like I said, I don't make rank 4s enough that it matters. So put an Exton Knight. I should have one in there, but like I said, there hasn't been an opportunity where I really make a rank 4 that I care. So yeah, guys, that's my deck profile. I've been playing with on Dev Pro. I mean, there's changes I could make. There's changes that you probably make, but for the most part, that's what I've been messing around with, and people were curious. So hey, there you go, guys. Let me know what you think down below, and let me know what you changed. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, I will see you later. Peace.